the homeless and decided to do something about it.
Really?
Why aren't these people politicians? The ones that, so he went in and he's been cleaning up. And what's the there was a really cool place, I've forgotten the name now, that was part of the Los Angeles scene.
Okay.
Right. Venice Beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Muscle Beach.
Yeah. Which used to be a fabulous place.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I would love to have lived in Venice.
Sure.
You know, where it was very laid back. It wasn't posh.
Yeah.
You know, it was
That-
still a little bit funky.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
nothing's authentic anymore. Everything is posh. It's just like you have your drug addicts, your homeless drug addicts, and then you have the posh fakeness. And
Yeah.
it's like you come here and you know that word quaint. Quaint.
Quaint, yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
it's a cliche term
Yeah.
that people use all the time.
Yeah.
But you come to the Philippines and it really is quaint.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
which is so
When
hard to
we-
find.
When we built our first house, we used to go to the store, order what we needed. You couldn't get to where we lived
Right.
in a car or a truck. It was just a path.
You've taken me. Yeah, it's
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and so we built that, and we went to the shop. Then you get a receipt. You go to the warehouse. But what we did in the end was, we knew a tricycle driver, Mario. So we would go and find Mario. Mario, here's the receipt. Go and get. And he would go to the warehouse. They would load up his tricycle, and he would drive it down to the bottom of the road. And then Beth's brother would pick it up with a carabao and a bamboo sled
That's crazy.
and drag it up to the house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's quaint.
Yeah.
You can't get any quaint. You
Yeah.
can't get any quainter than that. But
Thank you.
and I love it even now. Even now when we've moved now.
Yeah.
But in the
Well,
old
everything's
house.
going to change.
Yeah.
This is just a fleeting moment in time. This is all
Yeah.
going to get. Progress will come here too.
Unfortunately, they're going to build a big bridge.
Yeah.
And once that comes in, I can already see the changes. It's a shame.
But,
Better in some ways for the people, but
yeah. But there's 7,000 islands. Remember that.
yeah,
They can't develop all of them.
no. After the last storm, Odette, we went out to several of the islands. Right. That's a whole other thing. That would have to maybe get up to quaint in about 50 years.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Just devastating. You know? I mean, we did a feeding on a beach that was just complete devastation. Just rubble everywhere. Just tumble down houses. When I walked along in this ghetto type setup, I walked along, we did a video, and I just walked along there. How they can ever recover.
They will though.
No, they will. Yep.
They're
They
unstoppable.
probably had it. Well, they've had it before.
Yeah. And it's just so funny, you know, just driving around, like, people don't have that. Maybe it's just an island thing. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's the province, yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
is the province.
they don't seem to have the hostility. Like, I mean, where I'm from, and like every time you pass someone or there's caution, you honk your horn.
Yeah.
You never honk your horn where I come from. Get pissed off.
Yeah.
People get pissed off if you honk
Yeah.
your horn.
I noticed that when I was in LA. Actually, Are you familiar with LA? That you go over
I've been there,
over
but
the
I'm not
mountain
familiar.
and you
Yeah.
get into the San Fernando Valley, and there's all kinds of places there like Encino and really nice areas. But I remember being in traffic and someone waiting to get out, and it's lines of traffic both ways, and I stopped to let him through, and somebody come in the other way and says, "Son of a bitch," because I'd let.
Yeah. There's like this ownership. Like people feel like they own it. It's
Yeah.
theirs. They deserve
Yeah.
it. They just hold on so
Yeah, the
tight.
clenched fist.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
It's just.
Who was that? Steve Martin. I don't know whether you saw. Was it? It was a name. It was a movie with LA in the name.
Okay.
LA something. And he's in the car driving, and then he said he's on the freeway. He said, "Wait a minute, what date is it?" And hey, he reaches in the glove box, gets a gun. He's like, "Hey, we're in season."
Yeah. It's like I don't know, like there's something in the water or the air, or
Yeah.
it's just like there's this energy like
Tense is the tension of inner city living. You know?
Yeah, and it's like everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it's everywhere. I haven't lived everywhere in the country, but
No.
actually the Midwest is much more relaxed. I've been to the Midwest and it's much more relaxed. But in New York, it's quite tense. Maybe it's just my perspective because I'm from New York.
I never felt safe there. I remember when I was in the UK and I went out to New York on one trip, just to New York.
In the city you're talking about, right?
Yeah, New York
Yeah.
City. Went into a music shop. I wanted to buy some instruments, and I'm standing at the counter inside the store, and I had several thousand, maybe $10,000, and I pulled it out, and the guy behind it said, "Put that away,"
Yeah.
you know. Whereas
They kill you.
here, in the bank I see girls, I mean little slips of girls,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
thank you. And they're in there, and they just have like a duffel bag,
Yeah.
or their handbag, and they come from the store that they work, and they put money out, and I know without charity, I know what 50,000 pesos looks like,
Sure.
1,000. It's only like this. It's not a huge amount of money, right? And I see them pulling out
Yeah.
wads like this. They're obviously putting in half a million, three-quarters.
Romantic, elegant, and full of love of
Nobody. There's some guys loafing at the gate with a gun, but that's how safe I feel here. Are you not eating any? Well, obviously you're not.
Kabilang pa si bridesmaid Singapore bride Kathleen Warren Rivera, Rochelle Pangilinan, Politika, unang head Suzy Rivera, at saksi at 24 oras news network ni Marikarian. Groomsmen naman ang mga kapuso at Sparkle Hawks si Sparkle Soledad, Bonacino at Madrid. Secondary sponsor
Did you come from the mountain house today, or
No,
came from the local?
we've moved into.
Because I know she had a lot of
into-
mud on your truck.
Pardon?
I know she had a lot of mud on your truck. Oh,
That's every day.
okay.
That's one trip yesterday. And actually, it's pretty clean
Really?
for what it usually is.